The plan for the next morning was epic. It was going to be a sunrise paddle with Amanda, followed by a good old time with the fams down at the beach. Top travel tip: it's best to have intentions rather than plans, because the weather didn't go our way and it ended up raining most of the morning, which was fine because everybody was tired, so sleeping in was definitely called for. Our Airbnb host had given us a gift card to a restaurant as an apology for the work being done on the house. What an awesome gesture. So the plan was to go there for lunch. The Apache Trout Grill looked like a pretty awesome place. So awesome, in fact, that the parking lot was absolutely packed when we went to check it out. So I went in and it turned out the wait time was an hour and a half. And with 3 teenage kids, that's probably not gonna work. So, top travel tip number 2. If you're planning on checking out the Apache Trout Grill, go ahead and call ahead. Try to make reservations. Thank you. Where we did end up was a place right across the street called Harrington's by the bay. It was just as nice and lovely inside, and the food was spectaculoso. I'm pretty sure that's Spanish. Something else happened during the meal, though. While we were waiting for the food, I noticed one of the kids was acting very withdrawn and not participating in the conversation. So I asked what their story was telling them. What were their thoughts saying to them in this moment? And it turned out it was a bunch of negative stuff that wasn't actually about what we were doing right now. So then came the uncomfortable silence, and I thought, why don't we try it? And we just got up, and we went outside, and we looked at the lake, and we put our hands on the tree. We saw that we're not actually where our thoughts were telling us, and things aren't as bad as they seem. I'm going to elaborate more on that later on. So, negative thought identified. We went back in, and our meals had arrived. Yay! So we finished our wonderful meals and headed for home. Well, as our food was settling on this beautiful drive, we realized that, we really haven't stopped since we've been here on vacation. I was still very interested in learning how to fly the drone, and Sophie really wanted to spend some time at the beach. But everybody else hung at the house, and it was so cool. The boys played video games and actually napped, and Amanda worked on editing the stuff from Silver Lake, which was all just what the doctor ordered, I think. So as you all enjoy some more beautiful shots of Grand Traverse Bay, here's the rest of what I was thinking about earlier. See, we had to identify the thought. That's the hardest part, and that's what can take the longest, and also can be the hardest obstacle to get over. You know, it sometimes takes 4 or 5 why do you feel that ways, and not accepting I don't know as an answer. What's it saying is normally the question I ask. And it takes a certain level of awareness in your kids, so I wouldn't try this with a very young kid. But what's your brain telling you right now? And then ask the questions. Is it true? Is this what I truly believe? And would I say that to my best friend or somebody I cared about? Usually you could find the answer right there and call out a lie for a lie. Or, God forbid, you actually find something that needs working on. Find an area that your child is really lacking in and focus on that area. At the end of the day, how does that thought make you feel? And if it makes you feel like crap, it's not worth anything. So let's get rid of it. Or if it does point to something, we can start working on that thing and start to feel better immediately because we're addressing the issue. The scary part for me, the parent, comes in when I have to admit to my child that I am a human being and say dumb things and stupid things that I regret all the time. So if it's something that I said or did, please tell me so we can address it and fix it. Because at least from personal experience, I found that the slightest little comment might be the biggest thing in the world to my child. And without that open line of communication, I never would have known. Something as simple as, well, that was stupid, might start the line of thought that I'm stupid and that everything I do is dumb and pointless. Looks an awful lot like depression to me. I know at least that's what I was thinking when I went through it. But then we send our kids to the doctor because we need a quick fix, and it's their job to quick fix them. So they prescribe things and label them as anxious and depressed, and really they just have a negative thought pattern running that you could address with just a very open and honest line of communication, with both sides willing to admit fault. Okay, that was a lot there. Sorry about my little ramble, but onward. So we closed the night out with some family board games and some snacking. We were all still pretty full from the meal earlier. The plan for tomorrow was to just laze around for the morning and pretty much hang out on the beach for as long as we could, and then head back to Fremont and spend the evening at my sister's house. Oops, see, I did it again. Our intention is that. We'll see what actually happens. Good morning, everybody. Day 4 looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. I can't say enough about our Airbnb. The beds were so comfortable and everyone seemed to have plenty of room, which is saying a lot with 3 teenage kids. We'll be sure to provide the link in the description. Everybody was up fairly early, and the consensus was just let's hit the road and get back to Fremont so we can get settled again. But first, one last flight before we go. First thing, I had tried to fly out to that island you keep seeing. Well, I only made it about halfway before my battery told me that I better turn around or end up with a drone all wet, which I wasn't really prepared to do. But one day I'll make it out there. There was a lot of fishing boats out there that morning. Everything was so calm and beautiful. We are definitely coming back to Traverse City. And as we all piled in the car and headed back to Fremont, the topic of food, of course, came up. There's a Mancino's in Traverse City, and it reminded me of the Mancino's in Fremont. So that's where we're headed. God, Mancino's. I have some awesome memories of this place, and actually had a pizza pan from there till about 2 years ago, and I kind of shed a little tear when I lost her. That thing made some awesome chicken nuggies, but nowhere near as good as the grinders from Mancino's. It was while we were eating these grinders that we thought, well, what are we gonna do next? The forecast was calling for rain tomorrow, so let's get out and enjoy something today. What's been working so far? Water, okay. Boats, okay. What did we used to do back in my day? Tube down the river. Hey, well, why don't we try kayaking down the river, guys? A quick Google search showed me 2 other places than the one I knew of for sure, and they were all pretty much in the same general area around Newaygo. So let's just head that direction and see what we can find. The first place was super busy, so we ended up here, Salmon Run Campground in Grant, Michigan. Well, it says it's in Grant, Michigan, but it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, which makes it super awesome. The drive out there was just an adventure in itself. I wish we'd had the GoPro running, but we were trying to save the battery for the trip. So we made it just before the last run of the day.
There was sit-ins or sit-on.
I got sit-ins.
It should be more stable. And we should be able to put
That's my reassurances to Noah after his flip from the day before. Sophie comes up with another contender for question of the year right here. How super sweet.
I could stop wearing Carl, but I don't want to risk the chance of something happening.
Yeah.
Will Carl stay in your heart forever?
Obviously. And he's also going to be in that video forever.
And there he was. Oh, Carl. Now's the time I'm going to give a shout out to this fella right here, our driver. Man, he made the most unsafe thing feel super safe. I'll just give you a little glimpse of what we, yeah, that.
Did you see the little teddy bear on it?
Is it good?
Chicken one.
Nigel, oh no.
It was actually pretty nice on the inside.
We should be next
Packed
to each
up.
other for this since there's gonna be a bunch of kids.
Oh, I hate little children. Shh, you're quiet.
Maybe don't miss anything.
I you got that on film. Dude, the little kids are going to look at me and be like, what is that man have? They're going to be like, yeah, man's fucking cool. He must be bionic. But I feel like they're going to look at me differently. They probably will. That's what you get for being a movie star. Baby.
Careful, Rick.
Film star. Yeah. You are director. Do you know what your part is? I do now.
Classic. There was a massive twisting downhill going into the campground. This is us going up it.
I was a bit confused because for a minute, I thought our bus driver was Chris Farley from Billy Madison. I really, really wanted to throw a banana peel out there and yell out, O'Doyle rules!
Our driver took us to Ed H. Henning County Park, just right over the bridge in Newaygo. It was pretty awesome that we got to drive over the bridge we're about to go under.
Whoa. There's the river. Huh? That's cool.
That park was massive. It looked like they had a whole bunch of stuff going on, like camps for kids. There was a little interior beach there with lifeguards. But once we got there, it was go time, baby. Wait. Be sure to turn off the GoPro. Thorin? Be sure to turn off the GoPro. Thorin. I have to edit this. Oh, thank God. So in the water we go.
Do the old scooch.
Do the scoochie.
Oh, this is awesome.
And to see Sophie almost hit a man and child. That's all right, first thing. We're just getting started. It was pretty busy in that area right there.
You coming, Mr. Father?
Mr. Father.
You good over there, Sophie?
Question we would come to ask 150 million
If you're
times?
not, it's okay to say you're not.
Good support, Thorin.
This is beautiful. Your last place, loser.
I'd call this next
Sophie?
bit Sophie getting her sea legs.
Why are
but
you
I
trying
don't
to
think
turn
it ever
around?
actually happened.
This is awesome. I love this. I'm elite, baby. Don't you see the outfit? Double pump, don't matter. Oh! Turtles! Look! Right there, on the rock. Sophie, look! Oh.
Sophie has bigger fish to fry.
It's turtles! Hi, buddies.
Yeah, I'm still trying to teach Sophie. Yeah.
I get like this. Then you end up doing what I'm doing. Turn it in the corner. Turn it. I can't even do it. But you're doing great.
There you go, Sophie.
But you see how when you pulled really hard, how much more you turned?
More turtles! On the rock back here. I'm gonna go touch one.
Look at how shallow it is.
I know. Huh? Look, there's a baby one. You see that? You see that small one? We about to go under this bridge. This is my second time ever canoeing. Kayaking. But you knew what I meant. Hi.
Fun so far in this day?
Yeah. And this is a lot better than going to Florida. I will have to tell you that.
Now, I
Okay.
didn't leave that in there as a shot to Thorin's mom. She's got connections in Florida, and I can understand why they go there. I just personally don't understand why a lot of people's default is vacationing in Florida when there's so much else out there to see, and it probably is cheaper in the long run. Now, I can understand being from Michigan and wanting to go somewhere warm, and if that's your intent, great. I'm just saying, maybe explore some non-traditional options. That's all.
Baby, we're on whitewater territory.
Oh my god! Dude, look, they're BFFs. Hi there, buddy. Better not crash into me. Oh! We're getting a little bumpy now. Now this is what you call rafting. Oh! Stick abound.
See, Sophie's doing good there.
Noah, I'll give you $1 to go under that.
I'll give you $1 too.
No, we don't do it.
Oh, Mom. Come on, Soph. You can do it. Paddle.
Good job. Smile. Smile. Look, there's a pee-pee. Huh? What? I think I'm close enough. What?
Now I'm going backwards. Watch it.
We're expert level after 2 sessions. I'm a teacher and an expert. Not so much.
No, I was about to hit this tree.
Let's do this. Let's get him. Come on. Rescue town.
So he's definitely about to hit this.
Oh, shit. That's what I said.
You're like a 50-horse motor.
She is like a 50-horse motor.
Would you like to be in control of the GoPro now? Oh. Sophie, I would come over this way a bit.
How'd she get over there?
All right. Hi, buddy. You best not be drifting in my path. You ready? All right, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You win. Yeah. Intense.
In the kayaking world, we call this go time.
Oh, look at this bad boy. Woo! Me too, buddy. Hey, best not get too close there.
I think the girls are practicing synchronized kayaking. Thanks for laughing, Thor. Thorin, action cameraman.
Where are they? Look at them! Look at these babies. Have a nice day. Hey, see ya.
Coming for you now, son. He coming. He heard what you called him.
Oh no!
When turtles attack,
He's
10.
coming for you. No. Did he really? I'm gonna do that. Hey guys, this is the filmer. Now you guys about to go under the water.
I can't wait to see this. This is gonna be great.
How was that?
Cool.
Probably pretty lively. Now you're going back on my boat.
Okay.
Oh, you ripped it right down my skull. No.
I don't know why I rhyme words with chicken.
Don't be crashing into the, huh? He's trying to be an Olympic. Are you an Olympic small enough?
That's her all the way over there on the left now. What the heck?
Oh my God. Sophie, paddle! Turtle!
Action cameraman Chippy Somerset, go.
Hey, what's up?
I'm not always looking for this, just all the time.
But
Will you tell me if I'm gonna hit something? I appreciate that.
I wasn't actually. Are there more turtles?
I wonder how a fuck sounded 5 minutes.
Hey, we should start a talk show.
Hey there, buckaroos. Welcome back to another episode of Jim and Twisted.
Maybe not. I
Okay.
think Amanda was having a great time too.
Somewhere and be like,
Look how beautiful the reflectivity of this water is right now.
Yeah, we didn't
It's-
take any cameras. You got your phone back here.
what do you mean? Like how calm it is?
Look at the water reflecting everywhere. Look at those colors. Like that's
The rainbow color.
unreal.
That is cool. He was? Wow. Is it really? I thought you were being for realsies. You about to hit that tree, buddy. You about to hit that tree. Oh, that's cool.
Reminds me of that view from earlier too.
You've taken too long. Sophie, I'll come over a bit. Yep. Put. Sophie,
Now, Sophie was trying her
why are you
best.
trying to turn around?
And for her first time on the river, I think she was doing okay. You know, this was stuff from early on, and she was clearly said she was trying, you know, so we were trying not to get mad at her. But as the trip went on, I mean, it just got a little bit one side of the river to the other, and what's happening with Sophie until eventually she was all done.
Yeah, you can't just stop. I don't know.
We all did our best afterwards to give her a little pep talk and finish it out strong. Sophie's problem was she kept dipping her paddle in the water, so she kept getting sideways and going from one side to the other. That's the thing we said the most, is just stop paddling so much and just float. It reminds me of a story that I heard once. It's called The River and the Lion. And it goes like this. After the great rains, the lion was faced with crossing the river that had encircled him. Swimming was not in his nature, but it was either cross or die. The lion roared and charged the river, almost drowning before he retreated. Many more times he attacked the water, and each time he failed to cross. Exhausted, the lion lay down, and in his quietness, he heard the river say, "Never fight what isn't here." Cautiously, the lion looked up and asked, "What isn't here?" "Your enemy isn't here," answered the river. "Just as you are a lion, I am merely a river." Now the lion sat very still and studied the ways of the river. After a while, he walked to where a certain current brushed against the shore, and stepping in, floated to the other side. Gosh, I really don't know where that English accent came from at the end. I guess it's just all the audiobooks I've heard. Anywho, but I think that's what a lot of us do. We dip our paddle in the water when we really don't need to. We should maybe just go with the flow and relax. It was so crazy. Everybody was completely exhausted about halfway through, and it was hard to figure out because we're going with the currents of the river. Like, why are we working so hard? We kind of narrowed that down and gave that to Sophie. I'm not doing that right here in this particular scene here. That's actually power paddling is what we call it in the professional kayak business that I'm not in. But I just think that parable, as it were, relates to slowing down and going with the flow sometimes, but it also relates to persistence, which is also what happened here. You know, Sophie didn't give up, and we all turned our attitudes around, and by the end, everybody was smiling again and having a great old time. Though we did still have the occasional slip. I'd love to be able to show you how Sophie finally got a rein on it and everybody relaxed and had a great time, but the battery for the GoPro ran out. So, moving on. Back to the Jansma home for some showers and to get everybody ready to go to my sister's. I haven't seen her in so long. This is going to be great. There was a long period of time where we hardly spoke at all. Well, I hardly spoke to any of my family, really. But recently, when I started Netty Sounds, I thought of my sister. And I thought of how we used to sing together as kids, and she was always in honor choir and a great singer, so I thought, hey, let's start working together. So I offered that idea out there, and it turns out we had a connection there and started recording long distance. And it ended up working out great. Here, check this out. This is when we did.
Hold you close. When the two of us went up in smoke. Love isn't all that it seems. I did you wrong.
See? I told you she was a good singer. So after introductions were made to the new cousins, most of the kids went inside to play video games, and everybody else went on the back deck to hang out by the pool. It was so great being able to catch up and to be able to fly the drone over my old areas, my old stomping ground, where I used to live, and actually the house where my family lived when I was born. See, it was part of the farm property, and it's just right around the corner from the farm. You should be able to see it off in the distance. And after trying the tracking feature on the drone, which I believe failed due to user error, we finally got one good take of the dog playing fetch and called it a night. That's pretty amazing. The day that started out with us just wanting to chill out and do nothing for the day and, hang out at the house ended up being a day on the river and new experiences and new challenges to get over, but also a lot of laughs and a lot of love. I can't wait till tomorrow till we get to go to Mom and Will's and the old house and farm again. Should be great. Hope there's no trouble. A lot of bad memories associated with that place. I guess we'll get to see how far I've really come. Good night.